How's it going? This is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised. I want to thank you real quick about taking time out of your day to talk to one of my team members about getting this video over to you. I have the homepage of the website pulled up, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. Now it looks like you guys are in the roofing industry within Chicago, but definitely more on the commercial side of things. So I want to keep the video tailored more towards that. Now, what I've typed into Google here is Chicago commercial roofing. So this is somebody, looking for some commercial roofing services within Chicago. They're looking for a company to do this because they have no clue who to use. Um, so we want to be able to capitalize on these people and get on this first page of Google and rank on here. Typically, organically is better, but mainly about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this page when sticking with a company or choosing a company. So that's, again, prime real estate and why we want to be on the first page. Now, again, you can do this through pay-per-click ads. Google guarantees are definitely going to be the best way to do it. They do have the highest conversion rates. Typically, though, I steer away from them as about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard any ad that they see on a Google search page like this. So again, unless you're needing customers right here, right now, I tend to stay away from running ads. And especially when you're talking long-term ROI, the biggest benefit is going to be doing this organically. Now you can actually rank organically a couple ways, as I'm sure you know. One through Google Business Profile. Now, unfortunately, you can only do this mainly in the town or a little suburb of a bigger city where your actual office is located at and where your Google Business Profile is linked to. But also, then you can rank your website in basically any other area you may please. So, with that being said, I did go ahead and I pulled up commercial roofing in Brookfield, which is where your guys' actual office is located at within Chicago. And you guys are number one when it comes to commercial roofing for Brookfield. So doing a good job overall when it comes to this area. One thing to make sure too, you guys do have great reviews. I would definitely keep getting more, of course, as that's never going to hurt. Also, there's a feature within here to where you guys can actually respond to your reviews. I would be doing that for every single one of them, not only for the ones you have, but for in the future as well. You guys have an overview about you. There's a 750 character bio that you can fill out, which is going to help keep you ranked. You guys do have one question within here. So these are frequently asked questions that you guys can post within here that'll help keep you ranked as well. And then you guys, looks like you only have a few pictures here. So every time you guys do great work, always make sure you're posting pictures within here as well. I really never go without a week. I would never go a week without at least updating something within your Google business profile just to make sure Google knows that you're keeping it up to date and fresh. Okay. Now, moving on, looks like Champion Roofing is going to be your top competitor, along with Matthews, when it comes to ranking their website when it comes to commercial roofing within Chicago. Now, both of them are going to do residential as well, and I'm not sure if that's actually something you do 100% or not. So again, I want to keep it as commercial related as possible. So your website right off the bat, um, not a good looking website. Nothing bad over here that I can complain about there. I really love this color. I've always been a sucker for this kind of tealish color is almost what you would call it. But moving on from that, the major thing that's going to really help rank a website is strength and trust within Google, but overall content is king. So the amount of content that you're going to have on each page and overall your website, and let's talk about the homepage in particular real quick. Google typically likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content just on the homepage. Now, with that being said, that can differentiate a ton depending on location, service, keywords in the area, and really what is your top competitor doing, okay? So that's what I want to take a look at real quick. If we look at Champion Roofing, they are going to be a top competitor, and their homepage is what's ranking top when it comes to commercial roofing. So if we take and run through real quick, and you can see their homepage is linked more towards commercial roofing too. Here it looks like we can actually see how much content they have just on their homepage. Okay, I'm not going to count testimonials as that's typically not considered content. We're talking about these sections throughout here. Okay, so they got four decent sections and then a little header and something about their manufacturer. So probably around 300 words of content at the most is what they're going to have for their homepage. And that is fairly similar to Matthews, which it looked like it was their homepage that was ranking as well. And we can scroll through, one, two, three, four, five smaller sections. So probably around 300 to 400 words of content too. And that's what you would want to stick around so you can seem as organic as possible to Google and also stick, obviously, Google's already ranking them for a reason. They like what they see when it comes to this area and for these specific services. So you want to emulate them as much as possible. Okay. Also, you're doing great here with this little call to action is what we would consider it. So make sure you're having these. I would probably have them in your header too, a sticky header, how you have it, so they can always see it, and then place throughout the page as you have it here as well. So these really help increase conversion rates on your website overall. Now, come back here. This is a paid program I like to use called Ahrefs. Now it gives me this dashboard. As you can tell, this is where I'm going to do a little comparison between a couple different websites, yours and Champions. Okay. So these first two numbers here are strength and trust ratings that Google gives out for your website. And they're rated out of 100, but truly there's a benchmark of once you really get in your 30s and above, anything above that, we know we're going to have a pretty powerful website at that point. So an 8 and a 7, again, rated out of 100. Obviously not the lowest we can go, but you're definitely working on getting it up there. Just definitely need to put more time and effort into building these backlinks, which is any clickable text linking one website to another held within a referring domain. Now, when you're building these out, make sure that they're high quality backlinks coming from authoritative referring domains. And by authoritative, I mean these domains that are holding your backlink already have high strength and trust ratings within Google. So once you do acquire a backlink from them, that's going to translate over to your ratings in return. Also, content-wise, you're indexing for just over 100 keywords that Google is recognizing within your website and indexing you for, and bringing you just over 30 traffic per month. And if we actually look at the keywords, we can see exactly the type of traffic you are getting. Roofing care, we care roofing, high-rise roofing are the three different keywords that you're getting most of your traffic from. Only one keyword are you ranking on the first page for. Now, if you start looking at the actual what I would consider buyer intent keywords, which are the ones you truly want to rank for, if you're looking at bringing in leads to your website every month or to your company through your website every month, this is one, roofing Elk Grove Village, Illinois, as this is somebody looking for roofing in Elk Grove Village, one of the areas within Chicagoland. Emergency roof repair Chicago, that's a good one. As you can see, it gets 250 searches per month, but you're on that third page of Google, so you're not really going to get any eyes to you, unfortunately. Um, Also, you want to be able to make sure that you can rank for some of these commercial ones, obviously. Commercial roofing, Aurora, 50 searches per month, so a little bit less, but again, still, if you can capture, a handful of those into your website and convert them to customers, commercial roofing, I know, large revenue amounts per job. Also, they seem to have higher profit margins than your typical residential roofing too. So you don't need that many jobs to be able to proceed as a company. But obviously, the more you can get, the better. So still, you would be able to get a decent amount if you're on that first page. I can skip some of these other ones. I'm going to look at some of the commercial ones if we can find any more. See if we have any commercial ones on here. So you got some in Naperville too. Obviously, that's an area you want. Aurora commercial roofing. So again, same differentiation, just a little bit different wording than the other one before. I'm not seeing you. Okay, so you got one for Lincoln too. There you go, Lincoln, Illinois, 50 searches per month, but well on that fifth or sixth page of Google. I'm not seeing you indexing for any commercial in Chicago, unless I skipped them. And that would obviously be one of the big ones you want to be able to be indexed for and rank. So, okay, so right now you don't have any keywords within your actual website linking you for roofing in commercial roofing in Chicago. You can see you kind of have it built out here, but it's built more for Brookfield. So you definitely want to make sure your website has these correct keywords within it to especially rank for these ones that are going to have a lot of search volume. Now, if we come over to Champion real quick, you can see their strength and trust ratings here are getting to that benchmark where they're pretty powerful at that point. So they put in a lot of work building out a bunch of backlinks. They do have a lot of keywords too, most likely, yes, blog section that's helping them out. And blog is something you definitely want to take into effect and possibly incorporate into your own website, as that's going to push relevant content to your website every month to make sure Google knows you're a top competitor, not only for the service, but providing information to the public too. And they are bringing in about 1.3 traffic, 3K traffic to the website every month. And we can see where they're getting most of their traffic from here, actually, too. So Champion Roofing, this is going to be considered a nationwide keyword search too. So not necessarily one that's going to bring them any customers. Chicago Roofing Repair definitely will. They're getting 50 traffic from just that 450 searches per month. And they are indexing here for Chicago commercial roofing here. 150 searches per month. They are position 2, and they're getting 25 traffic from that. And a typical conversion rate from a buyer intent keyword like this is going to be 30%. So you can imagine they're probably getting, what would that be, 7, 8 leads, warm organic leads to their company every month through their website for commercial roofing within Chicago. And again, these are the keywords that you're going to want to be able to rank for, not only for Chicago, but for Naperville, Aurora, or any of the other areas that you want to be doing services within. So, don't want to get the video any longer here. I'm making it way too long for you guys, so I apologize there. If you got this far in the video, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to do so. If you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help any way that I can. And of course, I would want to be or have the opportunity to be the company that you choose to help you get these certain things done that I'm talking about. Other than that, if you have any other further questions or concerns, again, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help any way I can again. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon.